Hey, how's it going? All right. This may be a specific message, but it can apply to anyone, if it helps. Now, I have been, speaking to certain people in these videos, but it, can resonate with others. But here's the thing. If you are being projected onto, like there's people that are projecting what they want on you for you to think a way that they're thinking, the destiny swap thing. All right, you may experience being triggered, okay? But it actually takes that. It takes that to break you out of the comfort zone that you were put in by the wickedness, okay? The evil, all right? Even if you don't understand what I'm saying yet, you will soon, all right? If you're comfortable, then that's where, Satan wants you to be. Even if it's not comfortable, but it's what you're used to. So you got to be broken out of it. There are people that are enslaved by these people, by these, covens, cults, whatever words you want to use for it. Freemasons, Illuminati, whatever. All right? There's things that they have been doing for centuries. They've had control of people for centuries, okay? When you take these steps, it's when you're able to see. If you get out of your comfort zone, all right? Because it's that comfort zone that you feel that you have that you're unable to see. It's literally blocking you. The hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, because that's what Satan wants. Shh, be quiet. Don't let out the secrets, or don't see what, they don't want you to see. All right? It's in Scripture that it's easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. Why is that? Because he's able to use money for whatever, for his comfort, so he believes. It's a comfort you feel that you've been led to. I just posted in the community. You need to go watch that. It's, what's his name? The actor Dean Cain. I don't know what movie it's from, but, it's like the second time I've seen it. And he's talking to a lady that has dementia, but she all of a sudden becomes very clear and tells him something. You need to hear that. You really do. Because it's that comfort that's leading you astray, or the comfort you think you have. You don't realize it's your own prison. Okay? So if you've lied, you've stolen, you're holding someone's things, whatever it is, you need to return that to, one, get the karma off you. Two, if you're left completely penniless with the clothes on your back, but you see me struggle through all that for years, till my clothes are just raggy and holey and falling off, but yet I've been taken care of. I didn't have a way to pay for things, but yet I was taken care of. Maybe not the way I wanted to be, because I kept being fed poison, but I survived. That doesn't mean that's exactly what you're going to go through, but it's so that you can see the ones that you think are for you and around you, and see who they really are. When you don't have those things, you're going to see people for who they really are. Okay? Having to say things in a way like having a sharp tongue, okay? That is also to help people to take that mask off. They don't realize that someone else put like their mask on them, the destiny swap. It's like they don't see it until they do this. It's like, someone's drowning. What are they going to do? They're going to grab onto the one that they know is not drowning. They're going to try to hold on to them. Okay? But do you understand what self-sabotage is? Self-sabotage is, it's like, here, I need you to do this. I need you to help me, but I'm not going to do a damn thing to help you, even though I stole everything from you. What on earth? Would you want someone to do that to you? You're just going to be all pride and ego. Well, it's not going to happen to me. Well, you're not seeing. You're not seeing shit. You're down in a maze and you can't see your way out of it. You think you can, but you can't. If you are truly one of the divines, one of the Most High God, would you not trust the Most High God that God's got you? You've seen me go through it. I mean, and that these are the ones that, have seen me go through it. But, I mean, I've been going through it, like, through these videos. That's why I don't, like, take them down or whatever. I mean, I've had them literally attack me, caused me to kind of, well, I say kind of, but it caused me to lash out because it was so much pain. They're putting so much pain on someone. These people will do anything to get what they want, including drug people without their knowledge, poison, whatever it is, which poisoning someone, I mean, if you drug someone, it's poison them because it wasn't their will. You cannot go against someone else's will. I don't care what these people put on someone, and I'm talking like they can put on you centuries ago. That's why you need to learn history and know who you are in history. That's a big helper, because then you can follow even further back. It's like you have more than you know. You just don't realize it. Okay? I mean, you're like dealing with King Henry VIII. Go look at what he did. I don't know, was it his sister? The one that married for love? And what he did to them, their children, and it's gone on. It's just kept going on. That's why King James, because that's also him. But it's, it's his ancestor, which is his past life, which that's, it's the same characteristics, right? So this is the person you're dealing with that's directing everyone. This is someone that believes that they're God and that they're telling everyone what to do, and he's exacting revenge on everyone for centuries ago. And everyone's going through the motions because this has been going on for centuries and centuries and centuries. You can go all the way back to King Edward Longshakes. I mean, these aren't kings, but they put themselves up as kings. Longshakes was Hammer of the Scots. Isn't that an interesting word? Hammer, huh? So you're dealing with literally the embodiment of Satan. They can also heal if they choose to. It's holding on to everything you think makes you comfortable because you feel you're drowning in what? Water. Water is what? Emotions. This is literally in, when you learn like tarot, the metaphysical, you learn these things. Like, I could learn more if I had the ability to get what I need, in order to help other people, to make these videos, to help people, right? Even if they get triggered and pissed and all that stuff. But if if someone was to sit here and coddle you and hold your hand and, oh, poor baby, you'd never get out of it. You would never get out of it. There's this, it was a short, and I think I posted somewhere. No, I did. But it's like it's this fella, but he's going around like shoving and pushing people, tripping somebody, but each time it was preventing someone from being killed, from dying, from an accident that they would have died from. See, angels can look like that because you're in this comfortable, what you think is comfortable world, but you're holding on to floaty devices. You see? The dark night of the soul is dealing with the emotions and all these things so that you can see clearly. Yeah, there may be some bad things, but wouldn't it be better to find out why that's there? Who put that on you? That's what I've been having to learn through all of this, is who was it that was behind the who was it, right? And it's, if you turn to the divine, literally do 2 Chronicles 7:14, those literal words, and repeat them, out loud, and, make it your mantra for right now. The real mantra that I would do daily, if not 2, 3, 4 times daily, is Psalms 91. If you're in the protection of the shadow of the Almighty, okay, you will fear no evil. You'll walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and you will not fear. But even if you do feel fear, why are you feeling it? You got to heal your chakras. I did a video about that, a couple of them. one on this channel, one on the other channel. It's what helps you. You have to learn about the chakras. They're energy centers. They're portals. You know, it's how do you... There's a way to go through things faster. And one is you need to get the karma off of you now while you can. Like I said, you've taken from someone, stole from someone, trust, know, and believe. Yeah, they know. You need to take care of it. All right, especially when someone's trying to help you, doing what they can to help you, and you're like expecting it, but you're keeping them from being able to do it. That doesn't make sense. You want to talk to someone, but you know, don't let them have a phone. Don't let them have anything running. But you're expecting them to do it somehow in order to help you. It's like insanity. You know, you have to see what's going on. Are you feeling what you actually feel, or what someone else is feeling that they're putting onto you? And it's not just someone, it's a bunch of someones. Like, you don't even know who you are. This is literally a journey to find out who you are, in which you will find out who, okay, all this twin flame, kingdom spouse stuff, it is not another human being. If that's what you think, you're not looking the right place. Everything is found within. The kingdom of God is found within, meaning like your meditation, knowing who your enemies are. Because your enemies are going to tell you, oh no, this is your enemy, so you'll go after them for them. So you do their dirty work, and you're working yourself doing it, and they're, you know, sacrificing you. And you can't see it because you have all your little comfort thingies. You know, if you're doing drugs, here's another thing. Plants are for healing, okay? Like the Native Americans know this, all right? The indigenous, all right? I'm not always going to say indigenous because sometimes I have trouble with saying it. And I'm trying to keep this short because I need, you know, storage and all that, and working devices. So they know plants to be healing, all right? But you don't use something as a drug. If you use something as a drug, it can use you and allow a door open to Satan for, you know, Satan's minions to use you. So you don't, no drug use, all right? You have to get off of that. Now, if you use a plant for spiritual and medicinal reasons, or food reasons, you know, that's different, but you have to keep it where you can handle it. You know, you got to be able to see everything. There's people that can help you. There's other readers as well. Because you can't always just hear everything from one person. You need to hear it from different people. But how are you going to have that discernment and intuition if you're able to keep yourself comfortable in the comfort zone where you have everything you need? You need to be in the opposite. What did you see me go through? For those that have seen me go through it. What did you see me go through? What did you put me through? You may not be aware or not. I don't know. But you have to be aware of it. Because somebody was poisoning me. They were poisoning me in everything. Like, you know, smoke cigarettes, or even if you smoke, you know, like the CBD, they were putting it in that. They were putting it in food, drink. Look up anthrax. Look up the symptoms of anthrax and other things, other poisons. They can be all kinds. But if you walk through the valley in the shadow of death and fear no evil, then what do you have to fear? Who's protecting you? All right? There's a lot of things that, you know, you should be able to read if you're reading in the Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth, so that would mean basic. You need to read through there and notice what is positive and what is not. Wishing negativity on someone hurts you. Okay? So that's why they project that onto people, to make them go after someone, so that you keep hurting yourself. Okay, it's self-sabotage. So you fix it by taking that leap of faith, okay? Like in tarot, that would be the Fool. The Fool takes that leap of faith and trusts the divine. if you've seen someone go through it, you know God is real. How do you sit there and say God's not real? Look at everything I've been through. I mean, whether you know me or not, or seen what I've gone through or not, this has been going on for centuries, okay? There has been, an evil family, evil certain ones that have been doing this to all of us. It's time for all of us to wake up and see it for what it is. When it comes to sacrifice, it's you sacrifice something of yourself or what you have, sacrifice your comfort in order to become enlightened and have that wisdom. All right, you don't sacrifice something else. You don't sacrifice animals. You don't sacrifice people. What good would that serve? All that negativity is put on you. If you're negative and hating and wanting to hurt and pain to someone else, you're not healed. So you do what you need to be healed. Listen to the singing bowls. They have the Tibetan or the crystal singing bowls. Music, they have regular music, but it's in frequency. It helps to listen to music that doesn't have the words, because how much of that was geared to not help you? Okay, they twist things around. So when you go through this process, you start seeing everything the correct way, and then you're like really tripped out, wowed out. Like, whoa, because I end up going through that a lot. I'm just like, whoa, I didn't see that before. And when you see it, it's just incredible. When you get the full realization of this, you will thank the Most High God. You will thank the Divine that you did this. I mean, to thank God that you went without money in order to see what you needed to see is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Now, there are people that have homes and can help others that are on this journey. Like we all take turns until everyone's healed. When you're healed and you're ascended, you don't have to, go through that. You've gotten to where you need to get to. But you turn around and help others, okay? Such as doing a channel. It works. It helps. It's like your video journal. And because you'll come and say things you won't exactly remember because you were channeling. I've gone through that a lot, where it's like, and for people that say, oh, channeling's evil. Well, it depends. Are you channeling Jesus? You say, oh, well, we don't talk to the dead. Well, Jesus died. You kind of have to put everything into perspective, right? And really be able to see. Now, there's a lot in gematria, and that's gematrix.org. So that's gematrix.org. It's a word calculator. You can put things in there, but if you take everything literally, you're not going to see. You need to be able to see metaphorically. You need to be able to see it forward and backward. It's that way to teach you how to look at things so that you will then look at everything else in the earth, the planet, in that way. So that you're able to tune in to the truth. Okay? If you love truth, you're pulling it to you. All right? You have to heal everything. You have wounds from the past that are even from past lives, like you're still carrying it. And if you're the one that breaks it in your family, you just saved your family. Well, how are they going to look at you? When you go through this, you're healed and ascended, and they're not. Yeah, they may have to go through it in order to learn, but they won't have to go through as much of it. That's love. That's love. Well, perhaps they won't have to go as much, so it depends. It depends on what has happened in the past all the way back. But then you're able to see who put what on you. If history repeats itself, so you can look at now and look at it further in the past and be like, oh my God, you can really see things for what they are. I mean, Deuteronomy, what is it? I think it's around 42, I'm not positive, but it's the part where it says that if someone rapes a man's daughter, that he chooses if he marries her. What? That's literally, Henry VIII and his sister. How dare you? He wants to sell everyone off. You get why human trafficking is going on? Everyone's being human trafficked. I mean, even human traffics his own kids, but they don't see it. I'm not talking about me. That's my uncle, not my dad. Why would they be inbred? Why would they do that to make them seem like they're more a part of someone's family than they are? To get away with lies. God hates lies. Pinocchio, and there's a movie with Roberto Benigni. I don't know what the Pinocchio movie was called, if it was called Pinocchio or something else. But there's a lot in that, okay? Lampwick took the boys to an island to turn them into donkeys. Donkey, Key, Dawn. Poseidon, Poser I Dawn. Well, what do you think of when someone says donkey or key Dawn? What Dawn can you think of? Dawn, like a mafia Dawn. Well, who's running around in the little CIA outfits and masks, enslaving people for his daddy? White rapper boy. Go look at his name, the rapper name. Look at it backwards. Meanie Me. Ooh, there's all kind of ways to look at that too. And, you know, Chuck, oh, I don't have any McCormick seasoning. You don't know how many people around you are just one same person dressed up in their little outfits. You know, they look weird, right? It's like you have more than you know, you just don't know it. You're just being enslaved by it. So if you get away from everyone, I mean, you might be around some of them for a little bit, so that you can see what the fuck is really going on, instead of blaming me or someone else or whatever the case may be. Whoever it is that they put it on to you to put the blame on. I mean, they're making someone a complete fall guy. Lee Harvey Oswald. They're putting literally everything on this person in this particular. You know, I'm speaking to someone specific, but like I said, this can resonate with anyone at any time. All these readings are timeless. And I don't have to do it with cards, okay? But they help. They help you. You know, it's a way to show things. There's called the Hermit mode, where, I mean, you can look that card up. Look at the Hermit card. Hermit Tarot Rider-Waite card, whatever. And it comes up as someone holding a lamp. It's like meditation, introspection, research. You know, you're looking for something. It's so that you can find out everything you need to know. Why is this happening? Oh, and the timeline thing. To move up timelines and move through it quicker, you pray. Everything is prayer. This teaches you to pray. Okay? And you keep going through this, and God will reveal to you who it is. It's a trip. I mean, this is like, it's beautiful, and it is such a trip. It's a beautiful, amazing thing. I just don't know how to tell you. It had me smiling from ear to ear. Okay? You're not looking for another human being outside of you. Okay? You're looking for God to reveal, you know, for the divine to reveal themselves to you. You know, that's what you're looking for. It's like being on a treasure hunt. And that's like when everything changes. But you pray for time to be sped up for you. You pray for, you know, to quantum leap, and to help you, which may involve some more pain to get there. But it's in that, you learn in that because of what's happened in the past. It's to break you out of that. It's like centuries old being in the same rut. And what does it take to get you out of it? It's not that God wants people to suffer at all. It's everything is inverted. It's like someone has hacked the whole entire system, flipped it upside down, and people can't see it because they're not taking this journey. But see, even people that say don't take the journey right away, but they have a home and they can open up their home to someone, you know, it's a way to help people out, and a way for people to you know, you are, what frequency you're at is what you're gonna attract, okay? Which is gonna show you. Everything is like a mirror, okay? This is what they, you know, how you have Hayoka's empaths, okay? is these people do the destiny swap. The destiny swap is them putting a mirror up to where you're mirroring them, all right? And it's like you mirror them back to them. They just don't see it. Well, how, what is breaking that glass ceiling? Is breaking that damn mirror that they put up so they could steal you away from you, and they siphon off of you, just like was done to me. I mean, they siphon energy. Well, money is energy. So, like, it's weird how people were doing all these things to me, and they're all coming up, getting everything. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's because they were siphoning that energy. I was literally dying, and they're just taking everything that they can take. And you're made to think that that's okay. Well, someone's been putting something on you for centuries to do these things. Kill, steal, and destroy is straight evil. You can't do that. So how do you break these chains? It's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. Money's a tool. So you go through this process. Now, who's to say that you won't get it, that money back more? Who knows? At the end of this, what are you praying for? What are you praying for? Sometimes that can mean it can be more difficult for you, to learn it. But when you learn it, you don't have to go through it again. It's like, done. It's like reincarnate one time. And people flip out of what that means. Don't get tripped out over words. Look them up. Learn what it actually means. Listen to other people and what they tell you. Different people, because different people say different things. You can learn from listening to a number of people. Don't do it too much. You've got to have that time to meditate. Meditation is huge. And do it with, if you're just sitting, chilling in your room or whatever, do it with music. Let that help you. And the way that you eat, work on, your eating to go with it. Or your wearing of clothes, your color of clothes, green for heart chakra, red for root chakra, your throat chakra, what is that, blue, then indigo for the third eye, and then purple for your crown, all that. There's a whole lot that you can learn, and you don't want to stop learning, but you don't want to keep someone else from doing that. It's like, I'm going to tie you down like Uncle Travel Warhorse, and you ain't going nowhere. I think you're mine, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're losing everything because you won't heal. This isn't about staking claim on someone that they're yours. You can't do that. People are not for sale. All right? This is not about, everyone thinks everyone's, you got your mind on sex, you got your mind on, having a boyfriend, a girlfriend, but you're also out here screwing everything. Well, what's a mirror? Are you mirroring someone else? Or are you putting that mirror on someone and then you want to bitch at them for doing it, not realizing that that's you? That's kind of why that mirror's going on, But it can be because someone put it onto you centuries ago. You see what I'm saying? Because if they're poisoning you, drugging you, you don't know what's going on. If they're putting onto you to be addicted to drugs, you're definitely not able to see, and they love that. You have to be able to see things right, I mean, I don't know, you take from someone, you give them everything back, even everything. Are you afraid you won't get it back? How well did you take care of the stuff you took? You see what I'm saying? What do you want here? What are you trusting? What are you going to do? You've got to heal you. You've got to make that choice. Letting go. Letting go of what you think is your floating device, and you realize, oh shit, what am I doing? I can trust the divine. Look at what I saw this person go through. I may even, I'm saying this about the person or people that may be doing this to other people, that maybe even you caused it on them. And you need to make it right? Because that would go above and beyond already what was done. You got to make it right and get that karma off of you so that you can go through this process and learn. It may be your last time, your last chance to do it, or you can be wiped away and not come back. You don't know what that means. You think you're going to be in heaven if you're not here? Oh God, no. No. You need to do it now in this lifetime. You already have more than you know. You know, this is a particular person that has seen me go through this, for sure. Okay? You pray that, you know, that your pets are okay, or whatever you need to do, whatever the divine is telling you to do if you have pets. You know, keep them with you, take care of them, whatever the case is. But so that they have food, that you have food, that you have what you need. And do not manipulate someone. Do not manipulate people. I mean, if you're doing stuff that's mind manipulation, you can't do that. You know, if you lied against someone, you need to make it right. And the only thing you may do is be able to make a video, because they may not be listening. You're going to have to make videos, put that out there, and, you know, you take your, how can I say it, the blows that you're supposed to take, where you're saying things about people that weren't true, that may have been lies. You may be getting some smack back, but it's to help you, actually. Help you to see what you were doing to others. When you can see what you were doing to others, then you can see why you were doing it. Well, who has these characteristics? Who's doing this, da-da-da. And then when you see all that, you're going to be like, oh my God. And so that God can show you who your enemies are, and then you have that wisdom, intuition, and discernment, so that when you're dealing with someone like that again, your frequency won't go with that. You won't get caught up and get in trouble. This is so you can get out of this. You know, to get out of the matrix. You either want to or you don't. And I pray that everyone wants to. I mean, this is how you heal. Just because it may not be the way that you thought. I mean, we got people out here saying something about, oh, I'm going to be gone in the rapture soon. And it's not the way you think, honey. You know, there's people that are talking about getting rid of their property and all this stuff. Man, you don't know. You know, maybe that's their rapture, is that they're going to go and, you know, backpack, or, you know, they're going to stay here, or maybe somewhere close to where they're at. Whatever the case may be. But you trust the divine, what it is that you feel you're being told to do, right? But you got to make that move. You can't sit here and, what side do I go to, you know, and have fear. You don't need to have fear. How many times does it say in the Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth? Do not fear, 365 times. I think there was a point to that. All right? What you need to fear is death, which is what you get. You have a death sentence if you do not find your actual twin, which, you know, your twin, soulmate, whatever it is. But it's not another human being. It's the divine. You know, please let me know when everyone gets that, because there's a lot of people that don't get that. They're all, oh, romantic, this and that. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like sick of hearing it, because it's not what this is about. People that are married, you still need to find that person within. You're gonna have to go on your own journey and trust. Maybe that's not the person for you, you know, or whatever the case is. Maybe when you go through this, you'll find out who you really were and be like, oh my God, what was I doing? This is what someone else wanted, or whatever. It's, you don't know until you go through this. You know, and like I said, people that maybe aren't going to go through that process yet because they're still fearing, they may keep their homes and all that, and that's where someone else can stay, you know, maybe to fix something or whatever, until you learn self-worth, what you deserve. If you know what you deserve, you don't need to steal it. You kind of get what I'm saying here. It sometimes takes harsh words and sharp tongue in order to get people, woke the fuck up, right? It's not about hate or evil or any of that. It's about wake up. What's going to wake you up? Does the ground need to shudder underneath your feet? That's horrible. I would rather someone say words than, you know, a disaster or something happening. You know, let's get everyone on the right page. If you heal, well, others around you will heal. If they see many people go through this and heal, what else is there? This is about the divine literally trying to help not trying. This is about the divine helping everyone to where they need to go so that they're not destroyed. Go watch the Hopi prophecy wall. There's like 3 of them, the videos on YouTube. Just look up Hopi prophecy wall. I think the fellow's name was Bancroft. I don't think he's with us anymore, but I think one of his kids is, carrying it on. It's important to learn that and watch it again later. You'll see more. Like these movies, you'll see more, but you have to learn to look at it. If you learn to look forward, backward, inverted, and with a mirror, without a mirror, you name it, you will see things, and you'll be like, oh my God. Gematria helps. You will see things there. If you pick up, say, oracle cards, tarot cards, it's the frequency. You hold it in your hands, and you can tell when you're more in tune because it will come out. Like you'll ask something, boom, you get an answer. It's like the magic 8 ball. Like if your chakras are all imbalanced, you're not getting right answers. You're like, what the fuck? But it's when you get to where you are rather highly ascended that to a certain degree, you know what I mean? But you will see. I mean, I've seen gematria, it like comes out perfect. Read it like a book. Sometimes it's just a scramble, and I'm like, okay, that's telling you something. Heal the chakras. Like I said, they're portals. So when they're all healed and open, the more of them that are healed and open, the quicker you get through something. All right, I better cut this off because I don't know that I'll be able to do another video or anything until, I get the help that I need, which it's a trip because I already had that help, but people took it away. Yeah, there's a reason that God does things. Just trust. Trust the divine. You either trust God or you're full of shit. Which is it? All right, y'all. Take care. God bless.